Alright, so we're going to be focusing on tips and tricks today. I got an awesome question last night that led to this, and I just want to share it with y'all. And this is going directly into the build. So, a customer asked me, what do you do when you have an unforced error? You know, you just accidentally hit the wrong button, something happens, and you end up noticing that your build is not the same. So, if you can catch it quick enough, you're going to go ahead and just force close out of Kodi. So let me develop this a little bit further. So you always hear that you need to exit out of Kodi because if you don't go through the power menu, it's not going to save your build. You know, it's not going to save anything, and you want it to save all that information in your build every time that you close out of Kodi. Otherwise, you're going to have problems. Okay, it's very true. But also use that information so you know that Kodi, it doesn't save things immediately 100% of the time. So if you know that something's messed up, for example, most of your big mistakes are going to come when you go into the skin settings, is what I've found. It might just be because we're in there so much, but for those that are new, your skin is just everything you see right here. So think of it like the old saying, beauty skin deep. You know, your skin is everything you see on the outside, all the superficial stuff, all of the stuff you can click on. Without your skin, you have major issues. It's just like mush and you can't really do anything. And you might even end up going back to the stock Kodi, which is just a green backdrop and really, really plain. And not any fun. But let me show you what I'm talking about. So in this menu right here, if you click anything and it messes up, your first tendency, or at least mine was, I would find this reset main menu defaults, or I think there's a few of them up in here where it'll give you the option to reset it. But if not, I've definitely clicked this before. That's not the right approach. That will destroy everything. It will take out all your customizations, the way that you have your main pages set up. And if you're up in the main menu, I've done this before. So I was clicking plus, and then something will happen, and I end up clicking X on assist, on an entire screen. And some of these sections we spent, hundreds of hours on. So I've done that before, and then just flipped. And my first idea was to, let's see how bad it is. Maybe it's, hold on, and I'll back out, and then that saves it in there, and that's not a good idea. The best way to approach it is as soon as you can. You don't want to panic or anything. Do like a little inventory in your head before you take your next step. So if you've done a lot of work, or you were doing a lot of things before you had saved out your build, weigh that up against what you think you just lost. And if you come to the conclusion that you just lost more than you gained, you want to go ahead and do this. What you're going to do is just click your home button. On the shield, it's different. It's super simple. I can just scroll down and click dismiss right here. But I'm going to show you how to do it on any device. Just go to your main settings. So I know in the Amazon Fire boxes, it's going to be in your top right corner. And then this is going to be, look a little different, but you're going to go to applications, and then you scroll down and you click on manage applications. And now we're going to be on the same page right here. Okay. Scroll down and find whatever build it is. So if it was Kodi, you're going to click on Kodi and click force stop. Or excuse me, that's ES. But keep in mind, it could be a different build. Just whatever build it is, find it, click on it, click force stop. Some people say to click clear the cache. I don't subscribe to that. I do it in steps. So what I would do is I would force stop, and then say if Kodi wasn't opening because I just force stopped it, I would restart my box, and then I would try to open Kodi again. And if that didn't work, then I would clear cache. Do not ever clear the data up in here. I don't know why they call that clear data. It should just say reset or something like that. But Clear data sounds so friendly. It doesn't sound like it's a big deal, but it is. It's one step away from just uninstalling, because it's going to take everything off of your entire Kodi app. So clear data is not an option. Whenever you're done force stopping, click open, and you'll see that if you caught this soon enough where you didn't back out before you force stopped it, everything will be as it was. And you obviously don't want to develop this into a habit. This is something that could lead to, other issues if you do it a lot. You want to save your build and exit out properly, but when you're faced with a situation like that, you should definitely weigh your options. And this is the lesser of the evils. Alright? This is also very important to remember when you're doing backup and restore options. So for this build, right now we're doing manual updates, and that can lead to some situations that are pretty weird. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So you can do this in your well, you don't have to go through this. I'll just show you so you can visualize this. So up in your wizard, you can go up in here and do it. I'm going to go up into our builds market. And so when you're doing a restore, you're normally importing basically another build. So you're switching builds, or you might be just, getting an older copy. So if you destroyed this one, you would go to restore your backup. But so maybe I got to this screen and I was like, oh man, I forgot that I didn't create a backup. I'm just going to click cancel. No, you aren't. It's going to go ahead and take you out of your skin immediately. And when you get to the screen, you might start to panic. Remember, you've got options up in here. Every time you see that little 2-dot menu, you've got options. Click that and see what your options are. You might, just be able to go ahead and check and see if you have that backup that you needed. You can look up in here and see the dates and things like that. So I've got skin backups, I've got things like that. That might ease your mind. But most importantly, don't exit out and don't save. Allow Kodi to save in here. You're gonna weigh your options up in here, so what you got going, but don't make a rash decision. You don't have to run into a backup or restore thing. You got a plan B where you can just do the same thing we just did. Just do not pass go, do not collect $200, do not tell me what to do, and I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. And I'm just gonna go and force close Kodi. If that's your best option, that's your best option. And it definitely feels good to know that you have an option at that point. But with that being said, just next time that you run into that, sort of visualize it right now before you do it. You've got options. No reason for you to back out, go rush into something like resetting your default settings when you don't even know what that really does. And things can sort of chain, they can chain react from little situations like that, but don't allow it to get to you. Just think it through. Have fun. Thank you for watching the video. Hey, if y'all have any other requests for any sections or anything like that, definitely keep them coming. And enjoy your day.